Hello Galactic family. I want to learn to trust more. Question. Masters, I realize that I do not trust. Since early I do not trust my parents, who fought a lot, and I understood that he needed to protect me. I also did not know how to trust my brother, who beat me. I grew up and I was interacting with friends, teachers, other family members. But it always opened to me only a little, just enough to live with normality. I deepened some friendships, but not much. I went into effective relationships, but only a little. I was married for 10 years, but there were parts of me that I could never reveal. Today at age 40, I have a spiritual master. I am in a relationship where I can reveal myself. And last week I discovered the sea of lack of confidence within me. I found it impossible to be really happy if I did not trust. I know I can trust God to give me everything, but I still get suspicious of Him. And I have even more difficulty in trusting humans. I have this belief that, sooner or later, they will let themselves be taken by their shadows and they will end up hurting me, even unwittingly. I found myself being very sensitive. Acting without expecting anything in return, I can internalize. But to open myself when I have this insane certainty that I will receive some degree of the evil that still dwells in our hearts, it is very difficult for me. And the hardest thing for me is to open myself to my whole being. There is wickedness in me that I kept for a time in isolation. I know I'll only be whole when I integrate this evil. How to develop my confidence? How can I trust myself to approach my own wickedness, so that I can integrate and dissolve it? I know that behind all this there is a lot of pain. Will I be ready to do this deep dive, myself? Gratitude to all who contribute to expanding love and awareness. I am in a relationship where I can finally be myself, in which one helps the other to rise, where freedom predominates over the desire to control the other, but we live in different cities. Thanks to technology we talk almost daily, but sometimes we stay for 15 days without seeing each other. We've been like this for a year and a half now. His daughters are already grown up and he plans to move here after he finishes his new training, and he still has 2.5 years left. I still have small children and I want them to be close to their father, who is very present and loving. Our courtship is a delight. I've never been so happy. But it is a challenge to deal with this distance and this constant longing. I am learning to be and keep myself happy on my own, and being with it only magnifies this inner state of mine. But I miss the proximity and greater coexistence. I want to delve deeper into our relationship that has been so healing to both of us, and to take care of me. Alone sometimes it seems more difficult than it needs to be. I try not to live in the future. I strive to be happy today, now, and to give my life to God. But some restlessness keeps repeating in my mind. Will the day come when we will live together? Is this day coming? Masters, what should I do when these questions come up? Teach me how to leave my heart in peace even with so much desire to be together. Dear brothers, gratitude for this gift of being able to once again hear your wisdom. Much has been said of purpose today, about the need to be with our actions in the world, coupled with our heart, to accomplish what we have come to do, to give to the world the gifts that we have brought to deliver. I have studied hard in pursuit of my purpose, and I have found the response an anguish. Because every time I silence, I listen, it comes to me that the reason for my coming is simply to be. As if I had come to be a flower in a garden of many seeds yet to germinate. Be happy and full, where many do not believe in simplicity and happiness. Whenever I listen, I do not feel compelled to do anything other than what I do, only to deepen my silence and expand my joy into living. But I also have a very sharp mind. I feel that I can concretely accomplish anything in the world that I want. I simply do not feel the call to any specific direction. And here comes doubt, the cause of my anguish. If my heart showed me something to do, I would know how, I would get there. But my purpose has been manifested to me in this other way, in being, not doing. And this response comes to me so differently from what I have seen in the world, than it has been taught. Can the purpose be in another plane, even being in matter? Or does every purpose necessarily go through some materialization? Could my purpose be the same, just be happy? Am I hearing myself correctly? Answer. You are hearing only the fears and traumas of matter, and you still learn to transcend them and open the vision to the beauty of life. You need, daughter, to look at your material life as it presents itself. You have the tendency to create the perfect world in your mind, but note that word mind. You know from your own studies that what is created in the mind does not bring happiness, and what is created and materialized through consciousness will bring you peace. He lives in a comfortable and peaceful situation in his life, but still seeks to be where he is not. She has the blessing of motherhood, and in the presence of her beloved child, but she still longs for others to be in her presence. You have a life of peace, health and prosperity today, but still insist on looking at your past of suffering and finding reasons to make your gift unhappy. Free yourself from illusions, anchor in the present, think and live your life as it presents itself. You are with the right people at the perfect time of your life. Learn to listen to your conscience, look at material life and nurture the feeling of gratitude for life. Mourning for the past will bring no joy in the now. What was already gone. What you are today is the only information you should look at to build your happiness now and in the future. Do you want a happy future? So live in the now and in your present moment, and then enlighten your future. I am PTA. What is duality? Question. Beloved ones, much gratitude. I want to know what duality is, and also if from that moment the law of return is still valid. Thankful. Answer. Duality, daughter, is bringing everything to the mind and not listening to the heart. Duality is wanting so many explanations and hiding from our feelings. Duality is explaining everything without feeling anything. That is duality. The law of return is the law of vibration. Vibrate and you will receive. And so it is. Osho. I am living a complicated family moment. Question. Beloved masters, gratitude for opportunity. I am living in a family moment, which I have never lived before. My grandmother, sister and aunt are in a complicated process, which I see as a process of cleaning up, purging past things, but I do not see them solving problems, and it seems to get worse, since from a fact that occurred between the three, it seems that things get worse and none of those involved in the plot has the humility to ask for forgiveness. I know that I really should not get involved, but I end up suffering in seeing my family like this away. I love them so much, and in my view it is so simple to solve things. It is just to have love and everything would be solved, but it seems that they do not understand it, and I do not know what to do to help. Seeing this suffering, everything happens before my eyes. My heart hurts to see all this and know that everything could be well. My grandmother holds so much anger, so much pain, every time I see her I feel energetically weakened from so heavy that walks the energy, especially after the events that made her more bitter. I know that I must take care of my life and so I will be giving light to them, but I ask with all love a word about it, much gratitude. I love you, dear ones. Answer. You know, daughter, often we engage in dramas because we do not accept the changes. In the background, we become accustomed to a way of being and we are afraid of this change. The process is transformational and this requires breaking standards. Suffering almost always brings this break together with physical fatigue. Nobody is so resistant to ego. It is important to let people fight because they are discharged. And when they are tired, you should be fine to reach out and understand. Preserve yourself, because your energy at the right time will serve the good. Be in peace. Osho. Change from city. Would I do well? Question. Gratitude to all light and love, masters. I would love to transmute the energy of fear to get out of my parents' house. I really want to move to another city, and even though I have not yet co-created the financial security I so long for, I feel prosperous and abundant. I cannot take action. I often feel humiliated. I know I am 100% responsible for this situation, but they are my parents, and I feel that I have already transmuted many karma that I set out to fulfill in this incarnation. So I would like to know if moving to another city is a wish that will come true for my good. I've always thought of everyone, but now, it's only for me. For my good, my happiness and evolution. I want to live new experiences, grow in my career and find love. Infinite gratitude. Answer. Daughter. What makes you fail to achieve what you want is the fear of initiating what you love, not the fact of staying in your parents' house. Realize that you created this motive in your mind as a justification for the lack of courage to face life, to start what you want. For you know that nothing catches her. Understand that no one is responsible for your own happiness and the fulfillment of your dreams, other than yourself. And so, you can find your love, pursue your professional career, and fulfill all your desires wherever you are. Nothing catches her. Realize that what you need to do is break the mental pattern of fear, otherwise you will eventually leave your parents' home and will not reach your desires, and you will be frustrated. Work within yourself and find the reasons why you block the flow of divine abundance in your life. Abundance can be found wherever you are, can be lived and savored at any stage of life, for it is only an opening to what you rightly have to receive, which is the flow of the divine into you. If you free yourself from your fears and prejudices, in relation to yourself, open yourself to the new by healing the roots that bind you today to the past of fear and illusion. Vibrate love, and love will receive, vibrate abundance and abundance will receive. This is the advice I bring to you with much love. I'm Ruina.